Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Alerts, the place where we dive deep into the details of the newest rides hitting the streets. Today, we're taking a closer look at the 2025 Chevrolet Spark, the budget-friendly compact that's gained a loyal following for its affordability, maneuverability, and urban practicality. Now, in its final generation, Chevy has refined the Spark one more time, and we're here to see what's changed, what stayed the same, and whether this little hatchback is still worth your attention in a world increasingly dominated by crossovers and electric vehicles. Exterior. Right off the bat, the first thing that jumps out is the Spark's updated front fascia. For 2025, Chevrolet has gone with a cleaner, more modern look. The grille is slimmer and more horizontal now, with a sleeker integration into the front bumper. It's framed by a set of reshaped headlights that feature standard LED daytime running lights, giving the Spark a more upscale impression despite its entry-level price. The angular lower air intakes add a bit of sporty aggression, which is a nice touch for such a compact car. It's a small tweak, but one that brings the Spark into line with Chevrolet's current design language. From a distance, it looks sharper and more planted than you might expect. As we walk along the side, you'll notice that Chevrolet hasn't tried to reinvent the wheel here. The Spark still maintains that tall hatchback profile that's made it so popular in city environments. The belt line is clean and subtly rises toward the rear, giving it just enough visual motion to avoid looking boxy. One of the most welcome changes this year is the new selection of colors. The Chevrolet has added 3 bold options to the mix: Sunrise Orange Metallic, Misty Sea Blue, and Arctic Mint, and they all pop in sunlight. There's also a new wheel design available for the upper trims, with 15-inch machined alloys that add a bit of flair to the side profile, while the base trim gets steel wheels with hubcaps. Even that version has been tastefully done with black detailing around the arches and windows, which helps the Spark look a little more premium than you'd expect at this price point. Around the back, Chevrolet has kept things pretty familiar, but the taillights have been slightly redesigned. They now have a more intricate LED signature on the higher trims, which adds to the vehicle's modern aesthetic. The rear hatch remains upright and compact, maximizing vertical cargo space inside. The bumper has been reshaped for 2025 with a bit more texture and contrast. There's also a small faux diffuser insert on the lower part of the bumper, which doesn't serve a functional purpose but does help give the rear end a little more personality. And for a vehicle at this price, that's saying something. Interior. Open the driver's door, and you'll find an interior that remains honest and no nonsense, but also shows Chevrolet's efforts to improve material quality and design for 2025. The dashboard layout hasn't changed drastically, but there are new soft-touch elements on the upper dash and doors in the higher trims, making the Spark feel less like a budget econobox. Even the base model has a nice texture across the dash and door panels, helping to elevate the tactile experience. Right in the center is the 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system that comes standard across all trims. It's surprisingly responsive and supports both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The menus are intuitive, and the display quality is sharp enough for everyday use. Below the screen, the climate control knobs are large and easy to use, with a traditional layout that's very user-friendly. There's also a USB-C port alongside a traditional USB port, giving users flexibility for charging newer and older devices. The front seats are supportive for short to moderate drives and come with new fabric patterns that feel more durable and upscale than before. Higher trims like the 2LT get synthetic leather upholstery, heated seats, and a leather-wrapped steering wheel. One of the underrated qualities of the Spark is how much headroom you get in the front. Thanks to the tall roofline, even taller drivers won't feel cramped despite the small footprint of the car. Move to the back seat, and things do get a bit tighter. No surprise given the Spark's subcompact dimensions. Still, it's enough space for 2 average-sized adults on short city trips. Legroom isn't abundant, but it's adequate for its class. The upright seating position helps maximize available space, and the rear doors open wide enough for easy entry and exit. Keep in mind, this is a car designed for city commuting, not long road trips with 4 adults, and it does that job exceptionally well. Now, let's talk about performance. Under the hood, the 2025 Spark retains the same 1.4-liter inline-4 engine from previous years. It produces 98 horsepower and 94 pound-feet of torque, which doesn't sound like much on paper, and truthfully, it isn't. But in a car this light, it's enough to get you around town with confidence. Don't expect to win any races, but merging onto highways and zipping through urban traffic is perfectly manageable. The standard transmission is a 5-speed manual, which actually makes the Spark kind of fun to drive if you're into rowing your own gears. There's also an optional CVT for those who prioritize convenience. Where the Spark really shines is in its maneuverability. With a turning radius of just 33.8 feet, it's incredibly easy to park and navigate through tight city streets. The ride quality is firm but not punishing, and while road noise is present, especially at highway speeds, it's not unexpected for this class. The electric power steering is light and accurate, making the Spark feel nimble and responsive. It's not a hot hatch by any stretch, but for what it is, it delivers a confident and composed drive. Fuel economy is another strong point. With the manual transmission, the 2025 Spark gets an EPA estimated 29 mpg in the city and 38 mpg on the highway. Go for the CVT, and those numbers bump up to 30 city and 39 highway. These are very respectable figures, especially with rising fuel prices in many areas. It's one of the few remaining cars in this price bracket that still gives you both great mileage and the choice of a manual. Speaking of price, the Spark continues to be one of the most affordable new cars you can buy. The base LS trim starts at just under $16,000, which includes the touchscreen, a rear-view camera, and air conditioning. The mid-level one, LT, adds power windows, remote keyless entry, and upgraded wheels for around $17,500. If you step up to the 2LT trim, which tops out just over $19,000, you'll get extras like heated front seats, push-button start, rear parking sensors, and more premium interior finishes. It's rare these days to see a fully loaded car under $20K, and that alone makes the Spark a standout in today's market. Chevrolet has also included standard safety features like 10 airbags, stability control, and a high-strength steel safety cage. Higher trims can be optioned with forward collision alert and lane departure warning, but you won't find advanced driver aids like adaptive cruise or lane keeping assist. Again, this is a budget-conscious vehicle, and Chevy has kept the tech simple. So, what's the final verdict? The 2025 Chevrolet Spark might not turn heads like a sports car or pack in the latest tech like a luxury EV, but it delivers exactly what it promises: a reliable, affordable, and efficient ride that's tailor-made for urban living. It's the kind of car that gets the job done without fuss. And in today's market, that kind of honesty is rare. If you're a first-time buyer, a student, or someone looking for a dependable second car for short trips around town, the Spark is still a smart choice in 2025. That wraps up today's review. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Car Alerts for more deep-dive car reviews just like this one. Got questions about the Spark or suggestions for the next review? Drop them in the comments below. We read every single one. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next ride.